Sean, the producer, was super chatting WTP on Wednesday, and he was talking about how, hey, have you seen that Opie's got sock accounts and he's on all these forums and doing all this stuff? I said, no, email me. Let me know what you're talking about. So apparently there's this channel on YouTube. It's @Emily_. And Emily has these videos where she's showing screenshots and all these things that she claims are Opie's sock accounts. And they're on all the subreddits that cover this stuff, but they're also on this O&A Forum that I didn't know existed, but I think it's the guy from Nice Podcast Stupid who maybe runs this O&A Forum to this day. So Emily sent me a direct message. I'm going to read this to you, and then we can talk about this a little bit. It all started with his Reddit account because no one else on YouTube was talking about it. And then it just got crazier and crazier with him. Opie kept on mentioning the O&A Forum on Reddit. So when he left, I followed him there. I learned some things about Opie in that forum, like how he wants to blackmail Anthony with the lobster tapes. That's why he wants the archives. E-Rock would be the only one who has that. I also found out Opie used Pat Duffy to threaten people. Opie always says he has all this information about Anthony that he's going to expose. He admitted in the forum that he has nothing. I don't remember all that I found out about him, but everything I learned I put in my videos. I just found out something about him yesterday. He is drinking, and I learned that he has a bad mental illness. I know what he has, and it's bad. And I think that's why he drinks. He is drinking on his live shows, too. He admitted yesterday on YouTube in the comments that he drinks at night. I think he drinks to cope with his mental illness. This is my opinion on his drinking. He needs to get professional help instead of drinking. He has the money to get help and treatment he needs. This is only going to end really bad for him. He continues on this path, especially being in the forum all day and talking about himself and obsessing over Anthony. So she's claiming that he's spending all day on the computer and just defending himself and talking mad shit about Anthony and Jim Norton. I'm going to show you just a little bit of this video, and then we can talk about whether her theory is correct or not. And I'm going to have to hit mute really quick on this because there's some really annoying music. All right, I did it. Woo! All right, so this is Opie's Reddit account. She's claiming, this is all on the Who Are These Podcasts subreddit. She's claiming that this Jeb Johan is actually Opie. So this is the same account in this O&A Forum, Jeb John, or Jeb Joe, I guess it is, in this one. And again, just posting all of these different posts in here, talking about Anthony and making fun of various people. And then she's claiming that this Long Island Clan is another sock account that he uses in this forum. And then that's also connected to a YouTube sock account that's Long Island Clan, @LI Clan on YouTube. Well, she claims, she's like, and he doesn't sleep at nighttime. I message him at 4 a.m. his time and he writes me right back. I'm like, well, that's more evidence. It's probably not Opie.
Yeah.
I would think. And she's claiming that the family's left him.
The only rational explanation for what you're doing right now is that you've been up all night and it's 5 a.m. and you got wine on your mouth from drinking all night and you're podcasting. That would make more sense than you being sober and doing this intentionally. It makes us all wonder what's really going on over there. I don't think his family's with him anymore.
I know. Again, speculating. We all know that Opie's had a Reddit sock account that he denies. A lot of these guys who say, but by the way, everyone here is like these friends of mine or my enemies or pretend to be someone else. Those are always the people with sock accounts who are doing just that.
What I find really interesting is the upcoming fate of the people who have really attached themselves to the Opie and Anthony Reddit community. Because I mentioned earlier, there was a group of people who wanted to split away from Reddit entirely, and they have done that. It may seem like a strange choice to go back to an old school message board, but some people have done that with the newly minted opieandanthony.com. And I think this might be the most interesting development that we've seen so far. Because in my opinion, Anthony, Joe, Patrick, and everyone else, they were so concerned with shutting down the Opie and Anthony subreddit that they didn't really pause to consider the consequences of doing so. Because whenever people were on Reddit, there was always that looming threat of being banned, of having the subreddit shut down. But now that people are off of Reddit, they're on their own site, they can do just about whatever they want as long as it's within legal reason. By getting the Opie and Anthony community kicked off Reddit, effectively all that people like Joe, Pat, whoever have accomplished is to concentrate the most obsessed, diehard, hate-fueled people into one place where they don't have to obey the rules of Reddit.
Shane Gillis is aware of the whole fandom. I know for a fact Shane Gillis is aware of the forum.
How do you know that?
He was on the subreddit. A lot of the producers, a lot of the peripheral people that work on the podcast, they are all in with our little thing. Dude, if you watch...
Luis J. Gomez knows about it.
Yeah, he used to reference us on real ass podcasts all the time. Yeah, the whole Legion of Skanks referenced us at Skankfest last year.
So it's O&A We are 100% Team Opie. No offense, I don't know what that is, and I've never been there. And maybe I would click. You know what? I'm not perfect. I might have to click on that. tonight.